After a long time updating and losing all my progress once, I have finally finished updating my Make Music in Minecraft map with a bunch of new features, bunch of new sounds, and a bunch of new space. Look at all of this space. We've got 2 pianos now, both of which are 45 keys, but of course it's not 2 tracks. It's actually 1 track that plays this one first and then this one. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's the first thing to point out. But now let's go through each feature that I've added individually. So first off, I've retextured the short note and long note, and I've also added a brass, and I've also added a bunch of drums. Like I said, the piano has been expanded to 45 keys, and there's also this mechanism to teleport you to the end of the piano where you can work on stuff here, and then, oh, I need to get back to the beginning, and then boom, you're back at the beginning. You can see the end way over there. And this map has a whopping 814 command blocks. Yes, last time, you may remember, there was just a few command blocks over there, 1 or 2 over here, and that was it. Well, that is not the case this time. Over here, we've got all of the sound command blocks. We've got the ones that trigger the special feature that I'll show off later. And over here, we've got all the command blocks that are for another feature that I'll show off later. There's actually 400 command blocks there that are just doing one task. So I'll show you all those features right now. Now, before I go any farther, I've got a few things to say. First off, link in the description to the Planet Minecraft page where you can download this map. Second of all, I want to give a big thank you to Log.zip and Minecraft Universe for reviewing this map. Last time I posted it, gave my channel a huge bump in subscribers, like doubled my subscribers. I think my map has over 1,000 downloads at this point, so yeah, just big thank you to them. With that being said, let's continue. One of the first feature updates is an update to the save slot. So as you can see here, we have 15 save slots now, as opposed to the 2 we had in the first map, and 15 load slots, obviously, because, you know, you gotta load your save somehow. And yeah, there's also 2 songs now, the Star Spangled Banner, which will be loaded on the map when you first open it up, and of course Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, just like we had in the last map. Another thing is you must set your render distance to 20. If you don't, you run the risk of having these armor stands disappear, and a lot of people have had that issue where the armor stands have disappeared on them because they're being teleported into unloaded chunks, which is a very big no-no, and it's kind of a bug that they disappear, and I don't know if it's fixed in the latest version of 1.10. I haven't tested it. They never go out of render distance if you are set to 20. Another feature you can see is written in this book. Drop this book on one of the lines to start the music from there. So if I was to drop this book, say, I don't know, on this line, and we can hear a bit of the Star Spangled Banner right here, it'll start the music from where I dropped the book. Now you can't drop it just anywhere. If I drop it in between, it's not going to work. But if you drop it on one of these gold or red lines, you can see it'll teleport there and start playing from there. So I can go up here, I can play it there, then I can stop. This is much more efficient than the old method of running to the edge and hitting the pressure plates that were over on the side every other quarter note, I believe. But now you can just work on something and then go back and play it, and then it'll play it, and then you can just stop it again. It's a very useful system. And another big update is you can drop one of these items in your inventory that's not the book, and it'll play whichever note you're standing on. In the piano, of course. But if you drop the brass, it won't play a brass note. I could add that feature if you want. It'd be a decent amount extra work. But if you guys really want that, even though getting the note right doesn't require the exact sound, it would be helpful and less confusing for music making. So I will add that feature in the future if you guys do want it. Another feature is also multiplayer. So you can actually use this map multiplayer. It's not perfect. There's one bug in multiplayer that I can't figure out. If one player is on this side of the map, and one player is on this side of the map, and one player drops the book on this side of the map, which is the second row, the armor stands won't get teleported. But if one player is on this side and one player is on this side, and the player on this side drops the book, it will teleport the armor stand. So it's a little bit of a multiplayer bug, but if both players are on this side of the board and you drop the book, it will resume where it is. But it's just some weird bug. I don't know why it's happening. I've looked through the command blocks and I can't really figure it out. Another thing to mention is if you go down here into the redstone and flip this lever, you will no longer be getting the items put into your inventory, so you couldn't drop them anymore. If you drop them, they'll now disappear. If you keep this on, you can drop the items all you want, and they'll stay in your hotbar. Another feature I would like to add is a variable speed for the armor stands to move at when the music is playing, like a beats per minute. I couldn't go down to the exact beats per minute. It'd have to be within 20ths of a second, but I could change it to 20 blocks per second all the way down to 1 block per second. If you want a variable speed like that, then I could totally do that. If you want a nice slow song or a nice fast one, and there's not enough notes in between when the armor stands are moving so slow, you can definitely do that. And also, if there's any builders out there, I'd kind of like to turn this whole thing into a stadium looking thing, so with like big walls around the whole thing. That would look pretty cool, I think. Right now, it's just kind of floating in the void with clouds up above it and the saved music up there, and also the save slots below. It's a little ugly, but, you know. And if you're wondering what all of this is for, this is the system where if you drop the book, it'll teleport the armor stands to whichever line you're on. For every single line, there has to be about 3 command blocks. So every single line, you can imagine going all the way up the piano, we have a command block. And if you're standing on that line and you drop the book, this one will get triggered, which will trigger these, which will teleport the armor stands. And there is a lot of lines. So it goes all the way up there, down there, up there, and then back down here again. I believe each side of the piano has 68 lines. So there has to be 68 command blocks for each side of the piano. So there's a lot of command blocks here. About 440-ish around. I forget. The number is... I had it on a sticky note, but it's somewhere around there. That makes up more than half of the command blocks here. And over here, a lot of the command blocks are in the save slots. A lot of them are in... right here is the system that detects what block you're on when you drop an item and plays the note. So you can just walk around and drop items to find out what note you're on. You can see when I drop an item, it puts a redstone block right there, which triggers the whole row of them. There is a little bit of a bug with multiplayer. When you drop an item and another person drops an item, it sometimes won't work for you. It'll only work for one person. So it's not really a big deal. Just sometimes when you drop one, it won't work when 2 people are working on it at the same time. Not really a huge deal. And so that's it for all the features and a kind of slightly basic rundown on how things work. It's still the same as last time, where the armor stands detect what block is beneath it and play the sound accordingly. I also have a system that detects what side you're on, and if you're on that side, when you drop a book, it'll summon a squid right in the middle of the piano of what side you're on, 40 blocks up. So if I drop this right here, you can actually see there's a squid right there that gets summoned. And the squid, it gets detected by an armor stand, and then the armor stand executes the command to teleport the armor stands to here and just plays the music. But anyway, let me give a quick demo of the brass noise. So yeah, the brass sounds pretty good, I think, and let's actually skip ahead in the song because it's going to take a while to play it all. Home of the brave. Yeah, America. Woo! Wow! Yeah, America. Ooh, I mean, if you're not American, that's cool too. America's pretty cool though. But yeah, that is my music map. Now I just got to give a demo of all the sounds, and that will do it. So let me clear the board real quick, and now I'm going to add the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star song. Now if I play this, it sounds just like it did in the last map, but I have updated the sounds just a bit. Tell me if you like these higher quality piano sounds. Do you think they could be updated more? Do you think they're too harsh? Do you want me to add another sound with a softer piano? I feel like that would make some very nice melodies if you have a nice soft piano sound. I do like some soft piano sound. I think my Minecraft is clipping actually. Let me turn that down. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that sounds pretty nice. And then these chords. Oh, yeah, I love those right there. So yeah, that is the long note of the piano, and if I go ahead and clear the board, I'll put together a small thing to demonstrate the short note. So here we go. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say. I mean, it's just, you know, standard piano note. We can play some here. To give you an idea, I'll play a short note with a long note right after. Short note. Long note. can see it holds out for much longer, about double the length, I'd say. And so yeah, let's cut back, and I'll let you hear what the drums sound like. I'm gonna say right now that the drums could probably use some work, or maybe not even have drums at all. Tell me what you think. But yeah, here you go. Yeah, I mean, you know, they're drums. I don't know if they go well with a piano, but yeah, you can use them if you want. Drums are useful depending on the genre of the song, but I mean, I think for a lot of these piano songs, having no drums at all be better. Maybe you could combine the brass with some drums. Maybe that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, guys, I think that just about wraps it up for my music map update. Now that I have a fully working version of this, like, I wanted to update it with 2 tracks and get a bunch of save slots going, but now that everything works and all the features I wanted to add worked, I want to see what you guys think of it before I go ahead and add more features. And but other than that, guys, that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody. Woo! Oh yeah.